Good evening. I am going to be in Dubai in the last week of February. My team wants to do an event between 24th and 25th of February. There are going to be two events, one on the 24th and one on 25th. Those desirous of attend the event, not only from Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Sharjah, but from the rest of Emirates, can contact my team at the phone number given below. The WhatsApp number is also given below. There's an email ID and there's a Google form. You can use any of these methods to connect us, and my team would be glad to help you. See you in Dubai.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Today we're going to talk about the latest scam which has come to light. It came in the Mint, an article. It's called Bank of Baroda. They've been managed to giving out gold loans without any gold. The fake gold loan. Employees of the bank in a branch, especially in the gold loan Shopee, participated in a scheme where they issued fake gold loans. These loans are not backed by any gold actually or any collateral. So, which is a fundamental requirement of a gold loan, meaning the gold loan is given against the gold. So these guys, without receiving any collateral, they violated the guidelines and the regulatory rules, and they started issuing gold loans without any collateral at all. So to make this appear legitimate, the bank staff would themselves paid the processing fees from the bank's internal expense account. And typically, these processing fees were charged to the borrowers. But in this case, the branch covered the expenses by making the appearance looking like it's a real loan. The guy's working at the bank. They backdated the repayment to avoid interest charges. So the employees allegedly backdated repayments. So this means they manipulated the records in the bank and made it seem like as if the loan was repaid when it wasn't. On the same date it was disbursed. So this manipulation tricked the system into believing the interest was not applicable, which further masked the fraudulent nature of the loan. So you can imagine they issued the loan. The processing fee was paid by the bank to the bank out of some internal expense. Then they backdated the payments to the loan such that it was paid on the day loan was issued itself. So there's no interest incurred on these loans. So it looked like there's nothing amiss here. Okay. And then taken on customers' accounts. And essentially, this was to hold what the lien is. It'll hold a certain amount of money on a customer's account. And though the money was sitting in the account, the customer was unable to access this money because that amount was usually blocked or locked in. This tactic allowed the employees in the bank to put money into people's account without even them realizing it. And they didn't even know there was loan being taken on their name, and the money was sitting and their account locked in, and they would take the money out and close these loans. So this came to light when an auditing division of the bank went through with a fine-tooth comb when they were auditing by an offline surveillance team, discovered these anomalies in these gold loans which are happening. They found numerous amounts of gold loans where these guys were opening and closing it in an unusually very short period of time. Usually people take a loan because they need it for an extended period of time, especially gold loan. That too taken from a bank like Bank of Baroda. Customers are not rotating it fast and they're not closing it. So in this particular branch, they found this anomaly of fast opening loans, meaning they're closed out very fast. So this came to light. So it poses a significant risk to the whole bank's image and regulatory context of this. What is Reserve Bank of India doing? Okay, it was previously penalized Bank of Baroda for violations related to mobile apps. And Bank of Baroda is the government's bank. It's all pretty much the government of India. So this is all fraudulence happening within the banking sector, in the public sector bank. And the gold loan market, the retail gold loan institution dominated by non-banking financials. So what are these guys doing in this? And there have been immense pressure on banks like Bank of Baroda to make inroads into this market because it's a lucrative market. And guess the reason why these banks are doing this is maybe there's pressure on them to show these kind of loans. So the managers probably told them like, open the loan, close it on the books. So it looks like we met our targets. Maybe that's the reason, because these are all very short loans. So it's only actually on a book. So more looks like the employees were doing this to show some target that needs to be met, which begs the question, what's going on? So what is the impact on this? The impact of this is going to be trust. Customers are going to lose trust more and more on the banking operations, the integrity of the bank and the employees. They may question the safety of their deposits in the bank and the ability to protect the bank's ability to protect their interest. So if the Bank of Baroda is doing this, we do not know what's happening in other public sector banks. So the kind of pressure these guys, managers, are facing, and really does open up a whole can of worms. And what was the regulatory body doing? What was the RBI doing? What was the rest of them doing? That happened to be an off-site audit which happened to catch this by accident and notice these anomalies. So this question about financial stability of these kind of banks, everything gets put into the question. Recently, Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank, where someone was transferred money into their account for a short period of time and then pulled back. So this question all is prevalent in India. What is the financial credibility and stability of these banking systems which we have? So this brings a lot of things to mind. The flip side of it is, if RBI suddenly tightens and regulators tighten all this, this further perpetuates a problem which is already very prevalent in India, which is, like I was telling Kesav in one of the podcasts, the reason why we have poor is not because of lack of money, it is the lack of access, credit availability. So people need to have access to credit, and these kind of stupid activities done inside banks makes it even harder for middle class and lower middle class to get access to gold loans for per se, putting more regulations and more checks and balances into the system, which is already levied with lots of checks and balances. Any working with any government arm, you would know this, the amount of red tape which is there. So this creates even more hurdles for people who need credit and making the credit availability even more difficult. And also investor confidence. As it is, investors have, like Anand, have very little confidence in something run by the government. This poses even more questions than answers when you have all this. Yes, legal actions will be taken and people will be reprimanded, and it will go into one more crazy thing that happened in a public sector bank. But on the wider context, it does beg a lot of questions, which gives us a lot of food for thought as investors, as Indian citizens, as we are participating in this market of ours. What are we allowing it to happen? So these are the implications of this Bank of Baroda's latest fake gold loan scam. People who need loans are going to find it harder to get loans because now new regulatory would be there trying to keep an eye on all this. And investors will have more questions about all these kind of banks which are running. So I hope you did read this article. I hope you did see the humor of this, how they were able to do something so audacious and so crazy, sitting and was going on for a long time. And this offhand audit which caught it. If you haven't read it, do read it and put in the comments down below what you thought of this. Thanks for watching the video today, guys, and I'll see you in the next one soon. Bye.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.